to you about all of the hot Smash things that are happening this week. Remember, I'm Nerf.
I'm X.
I'm King Fuyoshi.
And we are your
Welcome,
special
boys.
host for today. Today is is a special day, actually. We are talking all Arcadian all day. Obviously, the Arcadian at Xanadu wrapped up last night.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 256-person bracket. It was extremely stacked. There was extremely difficult to seed, I'm sure, too, because
You know your boy was there.
everyone's
let's
256
256 Nerf. That is
Including
an
Fuyoshi.
insane number, including Fuyoshi. It would have been okay without, but with him, it's like next level for sure.
For sure, I'm sure. And what place did you get?
97th.
97th out of
Bro,
256.
hey, let's
Hey, that's
go,
pretty good
dog.
though, man.
Nice.
I mean, like you said, you don't go to Xanadu too much, so it's that foreign field disadvantage. I'd
Hey
say.
man, I was seated 193rd, so like at the end of the day, I won in my mind.
Exactly, and that's what we're talking about. So there was a
Yeah.
lot of people who went really far above their seeds, and some people who didn't reach their seed, which was really interesting.
Like the first and second seed both got knocked out.
Yeah,
Like,
second seed got knocked out
What?
way early.
No way.
Yeah, like
Who
I'm
was seeded
serious.
second?
Osiris.
Osiris didn't even make it out of pools.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so he
All
got
right,
knocked out.
I
of
would
pools.
I would love to know who took that name.
Sci-Fi.
Sci-Fi?
It was Sci-Fi.
Let's go
and,
Sci-Fi.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh no, I lied. So Sci-Fi knocked him out in losers.
Yeah.
Joey Dollar Sign.
Joey
Oh,
Dollar
Joey
Sign?
Dollar.
Joey Bills? Oh, Joey Bills?
Is that our boy down there, Joey?
No.
Nope,
His,
different guy.
His name is Joey Dollar Sign.
Okay,
Joey Dollar
cool.
Sign. Joey,
Very interesting.
Joey Bills on the
I
street.
was, I was actually sitting at Chick-fil-A
Joey
with
Money.
someone. They were like, Osiris got knocked out of winners. Who the heck is Joey Dollar Sign?
Joey Dollar Sign. Yo, Joey
Yeah.
Bills, bro.
He's Ty Dolla Signs like
Yeah.
like Smash playing cousin.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bro.
Ty Dollar Sign. Yeah.
Bro, that's funny.
Yeah. The
Okay.
esports. Yeah.
There you go,
Yeah.
man. Hey, there you
Nice.
go.
Nice.
But of course, big player we have to talk about Disgaea. So Disgaea won the whole thing.
I have never heard this man before.
Like I said, I've mentioned him
haven't
in the past.
Yeah.
He's top 8 a couple of Xanadus. He's the other Game & Watch main that's not Dinga's job.
All right, so I don't know. Yeah, so he's a Game and Watch man. I was gonna say I
He
don't
is.
know him. For anybody who doesn't know too much about him, tell us a little bit about him. Game and Watch.
Not only is he a Game & Watch player, he showed up to the venue with Game & Watch hands.
What?
He had
He has the
cardboard
Game &
cutouts,
Watch like flat. Yeah, he's got the
What?
cardboard. He's done that before.
Oh my God.
and
That's
he had,
wonderful.
He had the sign for the 9.
Exactly.
He did.
No, this
Let's
man
go.
lives his
Oh,
character.
the only
you gotta
thing-
respect it.
The only thing better would have been if just before playing you went tap.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's like
No, when he won-
yeah, right.
you know, just like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
classic noise.
Nice.
But yeah, Disgaea, he's actually from UMBC. So UMBC boys represent. They had a really good week at the Arcadian. Actually, I think they had a couple top 60. They had actually a good handful of top 64 placements. UMBC, obviously a college in Maryland. They have a pretty strong scene. Disgaea is obviously one of the prodigal sons from there. Very, very, very good player. Obviously, Game & Watch. Still a little good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like the character helps him a lot, but I mean, he
I
also
agree.
knows exactly what to do. He's a very, very strong player.
He
I
knows
was
the
about to say,
character. Yeah.
At this level, so I talked to a lot of the PR players. At this level, I think there's not really a character that really carries them anymore. Like at that level, it's you knowing your options. So it's not that
Sure.
you're carried by the character. You know the character.
Right.
Sure.
You know the nooks and crannies of that character.
We'll get into
Yeah.
that later, but I talked to a lot of the PR players, and I've seen the light.
You've seen the light.
Right.
Oh man, shut it on us. Shut it on us. All right, later.
Right. So getting second to Disgaea was Jerry.
Jerry.
And
My
we
man,
have
Jerry?
Yeah, we've talked about Jerry, but only in like terms of vagueness. Like we don't know who he is. Now that we've done our research now, it's like we definitely know Jerry comes from the Melee scene. He's super good in the Melee scene. He
Yeah.
also plays other fighting games like Dragon Ball FighterZ and Tekken. He used to play those competitively.
Yeah.
Now it seems that he's on this ultimate grind, and he's getting a lot of payoff
Yeah,
for the Switch.
and you had mentioned previously Nerf ranked 46. Was that correct?
No, I think he was seeded. No, I'm sorry. Ranked 46 on Melee PGR.
Yeah, on Melee PGR.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
Melee PGR, I think he's ranked 46. He's number 3 in MDVA, as far as I know. I don't know if those are updated numbers. I'm pretty sure they are. They're on his Twitter. So I'm
he
assuming.
does very well though. People.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's definitely a super
obviously
strong
that
player.
skill transitioning a little bit from Melee to
Right.
Ultimate. Excellent.
Exactly.
He actually got knocked into losers by our local man's Generic.
Hey,
Generic.
generic. Let's
Generic
go,
was
bro.
Popping off.
Generic
Yeah.
popped off. He got 4th.
Wow. Oh my God. Let's
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
generic.
So Generic actually beat the top seed, who was
Mhm.
Ben,
Ben.
the Pac-Man player.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Generic beat him.
Oh,
So he's
dang.
like, oh, cool. I could.
I mean, I'm not gonna
could do
lie.
this.
Let's go.
I can see why. Like, I mean, I think Young Link is a really, really good counter to Pac-Man sometimes.
Yeah, I could see that.
I would say in that matchup in particular, it was more of play style.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we all know that Ben plays a little bit campy.
I saw you waiting for the word. I'm like, is he gonna say? He's gonna say.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
He's gonna say.
I mean,
he's gonna say.
From one Pac-Man main to another,
You can say
he's
it.
campy AF.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie. Like that man just like his goal, like literally 90% of the time is just to time you out, and I'm like, God,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Only Pac-Mans can use that word. Campy.
Yeah, campy.
No,
no,
campy.
no. There's a lot of players who could use that word. I'm not gonna talk about them. I can go down the list.
got you.
But Pac-Man, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he definitely plays a very, very, very passive play style. Really wants you to come to him for the setups and traps. Doesn't like going in almost in any situation unless he's down in percents. It's really easy for someone like Generic who plays an extremely aggressive Young Link
very
to
aggro.
really dominate that.
to stunt out those projectiles to close the distance.
Yeah,
right?
and launch the
think.
hydrant. Like Young Link has so many tools to launch hydrant. You
Yeah,
have no idea.
So true. What
you
up,
would
yo?
think, but when I asked him about it, because so oddly enough, I was playing friendlies and I was playing Young Link, just messing around with him. I'm actually thinking about picking him up, but I was playing Young Link, and Ben walks by and he's like, "Oh, who's the Young Link player?" I was like, "That's me." He was like, "Oh, can I get some practice in?" I didn't see who it was. So I
He
was
looks
like-
very unassuming, doesn't he?
Oh no, I didn't look up at him. So I was in the middle of a match with a guy, and I was like, "Oh yeah, man, sure, whatever, you can play."
Mm-hmm.
And then I turn around and I look, and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's Ben."
Dang. You about,
First
about to
seed,
go to
baby.
school. About to go to
First
school.
seed, he's like, I'm here.
Wow.
And it wasn't even like that. It was like, I know what's about to happen.
Did he claim your soul in the
Yeah.
name of Jesus?
He claimed fire hydrant and
Yeah.
a quarter of the stage.
Yeah.
And I,
Blessing you with that holy
man,
that water, that pump water there.
It was so honestly. I feel like hopefully he didn't go off my Young Link play because I went after him when I shouldn't
so
have.
it's your fault
Yeah.
that you lost.
No,
But-
no.
Generic. I actually asked him how he beat him, and he was like, "Oh no, I just out camped him."
Fair enough.
Interesting.
That is true.
I asked him how he did that, and he was like, "I mean, I have all the tools to do it."
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
have
Yeah.
boomerang and arrow.
Yep.
With fire arrow at that, like that's
Yeah.
such a good projectile.
Pac-Man's got to be like,
Yeah, I mean, literally, because I mean, Pac-Man has to commit to charge his fruits.
yeah, right.
and,
yeah.
and Young Link can
And
just
Ben-
throw it out.
yeah,
Ben
yep.
commits that.
He's got a few different ones too.
Yeah.
to
Yep.
jumping off or throwing hydrant, jumping off the stage, and just charging fruit off stage. It's like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean that's Pac-Man tech. I honestly need to get better at charging fruit off stage because you throw it off the side of the stage, you re-catch it, and then all of a sudden you can do a lot more with it. So it's really interesting.
It is a tech. It is a tech.
I mean, it's I wouldn't even. It's not a complicated tech, but it is a tech. You just have to know to like keep your second jump.
I got you. Yeah,
That's the only thing. Is just like I'm dumb.
Yeah,
It's kind of funny to see Pac-Man in that animation as he's falling. He's like,
Yeah, exactly. He's just like holding. Is like wait for it, wait for it,
this
wait
man
for
has
it. Okay,
lost
this
his
one.
mind.
Okay, this one.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
talking to someone else about it, and he was like, Ben is kind of like a gatekeeper. So for people of our skill level, it'd be difficult to deal with him because we want to play the game.
Yeah.
Right? So like
yeah.
we
You wanna
want to
press
go
buttons.
in.
We want
We want to get that
yeah.
aggression, and he was like, "Yeah, no, he's already kind of walled you out, and you're just kind of lose for it."
Yeah, that's such an excellent point you make, King Fuyoshi, about players of our skill level or maybe people who aren't in the top echelon of Smash players, is they're so anxious to play the game, right? That's perfectly said. They're so anxious to just play the game. And on a higher skill level, you see people who try to, take it back, slow it down a little bit, take their
Exactly.
time, and look for those kinks in the armor. Whereas guys like us, we might just be like, what do you mean? Let's just go in,
Right,
So
right.
that's an excellent point, and I don't think that gets said enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
legitimately, it was Matador, and he was like, "Yeah, I play Wario. If he goes off and charges fruit, I dare him, or I just ride
That's
at him."
right.
Right.
He was like, "I
right.
ride at it with the motorcycle.
Yeah.
What is he going to do?"
Yeah.
He was like, "If he doesn't dodge it, he dies. If he does dodge it,
He might
I'm
still
in the
die.
air."
Yeah, he might still
and
die.
then we feel silly because they say it like it's common knowledge. Like, yeah, you just do that. And it's like, oh yeah, I knew
And
that.
oftentimes,
Right?
yeah, and
You know,
oftentimes
it's
if
like-
you hit him while he's charging fruit, like he just loses all of that charge that he had. He
Yeah.
has to start from scratch. Like he has to start anew. So it's like, it's really kind of sometimes not really worth it as Pac-Man.
Right.
If you get punished for it, you're like,
Yeah.
wow, okay, all that for nothing.
Yeah, you're
And I
you're
still
off
take
stage
damage.
that entire time.
and I still take damage. For that.
yeah.
It is
Yeah, good
pretty.
point.
Like I talked
It's
to
risky.
a lot of the good players there yesterday, and I learned just
Yo. All right. Well,
the mindset
when we-
helps a lot.
Oh yeah.
All right. When we dig
not
into it,
surprised.
man, we're just gonna.
Yeah, we'll get.
I'm gonna get my notepad and be taking some notes here.
We'll get the
All
facts.
right. Who
So,
else we got
what
in
do
our
you got?
top 8?
MVPs, baby, MVPs.
Right. So otherwise in top 8 we have No Tag, and No Tag was definitely someone that was expected to be
No Tag.
really good.
No Tag beat our boy.
I don't.
Yeah, No Tag did really really well. Sova King, comes from a pretty decent region or sub-region rather.
Wearing Cappy. Let's not forget that.
Yeah,
He wore
that's
Cappy.
true.
He wore Cappy the whole day.
That's true. He played Mario, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's
Nice.
Mario main.
That's pretty
Oh my-
legit. I love
I
it.
watched one set of him in I think it was pools, and he was down at an entire stock, and it was like 98% to someone's Wii Fit trainer at 0%, and he got one juggle across the screen. By the time he was done, he was at 80,
That's
and then
Mario,
just knocked
baby.
the dude out.
That's
knocked the
Mario.
dude off stage, and he was like,
Yeah.
Oh, the forward air?
Mario with some
I
range
love Mario's
can
forward air,
do
man.
that.
I love that his forward air
Get those
just.
juggles easier.
I love that Mario turns into his forward air. Like he can't help but like roll with it. Like
Dude, yeah, he puts his whole weight
He-
into that, and he's
I
a
love
fat
it.
plumber.
Yeah, right.
yams on you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yams.
He gives you
Right.
the big fist.
Nice.
I mean, it's scary.
All right, shout out to No Tag.
Yeah, but No Tag, we would definitely expected No Tag to do really, really well. He obviously lost to both Disgaea and Jerry, the people who got first and second, which
Yeah.
is, I mean, really respectable.
That's extremely respectable.
Really
yeah.
respectable for
Yeah.
sure.
Y'all not talking about the People's Champ though. Let's hear about the People's Champ.
What up?
Oh
Who
yeah,
we
we got to talk about generic.
That's not
Generic.
the People's Champ.
No, no, the People's Champ.
Oh
Okay,
no, we gotta
okay.
go with it. Gotta go with it. Yeah,
Okay, okay,
generic.
okay.
Yeah, that's what we
Okay.
meant.
I
Yeah.
mean, no, absolutely. Generic played out of his mind.
Yeah.
He played fantastically.
Let's give him his dues.
Like, the kid's growing on me. Actually,
Right?
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
enjoy watching him play now.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm like, he's shown me the light of young Link.
You're open
For
up
sure.
to it.
I mean,
All
he
right.
definitely knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
absolutely.
you can't deny it. Like, I mean, yeah, he's been practicing a lot. Like, I've seen him a lot at the cave. Like, almost every week at the cave, it's like, getting those close sets, big wins. If he wins, it's like, it's really important. I mean,
against No Tag, he only lost. I would say primarily because of the stage. So
Okay.
he took him to when he beat No Tag took him to Smashville twice,
okay.
and both of those games were rough.
Yeah.
One of them was almost a 3-star.
Yeah, young Link definitely needs a bigger stage to do the thing.
Do his little circus act.
Juggling, yeah, it's a juggler.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
definitely
Yeah, yeah.
juggling act.
So shout out to the kid.
Nice.
But now for the real People's Champ.
Pre-cooked bread.
Pre-cooked bread.
Okay.
PCB.
PCB.
All right.
I
tell me
met that
about
man
PCB.
yesterday. Oh, he's the man.
Yeah.
He is
All
I
right.
see the
awesome.
man.
All right.
Man,
Sell
just
me. Sell.
The conversation I have with him are literally just the best thing ever.
Wow.
His
Okay.
his man's was on stream and he's like, oh yeah, get in there.
Oh, I like that.
He was talking.
Nice. Gotta have a hype man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He
Good
was
hype man.
aiming for he was aiming for first, and we were talking about the payout, and he was looking at it, and he was like, "Oh man, if I win this, the homie's eating good tonight." He was like, hey,
That's
man.
funny.
He was
That's
like, I'm
great.
aiming for this, and he was like, if I get this, all my people's eat. So he's actually from Salisbury, Maryland. So
Northern
he's-
Maryland.
Yeah,
Okay.
way up there. I think
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was like 2.5 or 3
It's like the
hours
soul
drive.
of Maryland.
But he actually is the #1 PR for his region.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Okay. So coming through and putting in work.
yeah,
Pre-cooked bread.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And who is the blonde one of the Belmonts?
Simon.
It is Simon. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Somebody
Yeah.
told me it was Richter. Okay.
Yeah, no,
No,
Richter's
Richter's
so
right.
he
dark,
so he
yeah.
played Simon, and honestly,
Now he's got a Belmont. That's right.
just about all of his stream matches were
Bodies.
the hypest matches. So he played
Okay.
like when he started to command the lead, he picked up on so many conversions that you were like, oh, he just randomly got hit by the back end of the by the blade. Nobody's gonna
Yeah.
expect
So
that.
he's
He was
cr-
like, oh no, I'm ready for it.
All right.
Double jump,
Yeah.
up air, killed off the top
he's-
at 90.
He's crunching some equations. He's got the math. Let's go.
Wow.
He's got the math.
Let's
He's got
go.
the tech.
Yeah.
He even
Those
had
custom combos, man.
he even had tech for surviving invulnerability.
Wow.
So
did he do?
every time he would kill them, he would side B off stage
mhm.
at the ledge, and then run off stage, jump, tether to the ledge, and then go back to the ledge. And by the time he was done doing all that, their invulnerability was gone.
Wow. That's
Wow.
actually legit.
Very interesting.
Pre-cooked bread. Let's go, man.
Yeah, man. So shout out to the homie.
MD coming through.
He is a dude.
Let's go.
He is
All
the
right,
homie.
man. Nice.
Okay,
That's
well,
what's
good
up.
stuff to pre-cooked bread. I mean,
dude.
that was definitely someone that
Top-
a lot of people were not expecting to come out strong.
Yeah, in top
Yeah.
8. That's
Yeah, so I was-
incredible.
I don't know what he was seeded.
I was talking to him before, and his seed was pretty low, and he was like, the only 2 things I've been to that were on Smash GG were Big House and Glitch. and he
Two
played.
majors.
Oh, he made an impression on somebody.
Yeah, and he placed in the double digits for both those.
Yeah.
So like,
But I mean,
he was
All-
like,
all-
all
It's a little
it takes
volatile,
is
yeah.
one show. I mean, all it takes is one showcase, right? I mean, if you play somebody who's like in the know, who has the know, and says like can
For sure.
vouch for that guy, you know,
Yeah.
and say, all right, you know, pre-cooked bread, he puts in the work.
yeah,
That's
but
all it takes, man.
that man,
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. All right, let's
Alright.
go. All right, nice,
he's the
nice.
homie.
Hope to see
He's
him
Shout
again
out
for
Pizza
sure.
Bread.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
And then we have 17 tied for 7th, I believe.
Mhm.
I know nothing about 17. I actually didn't see any of it. Do you know?
I
do you
can't say I
that
know
one?
either.
I know. I can't remember. Oh, I was salty because he beat LJ Skater Girl with
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Zelda.
Okay.
That's right. But LJ Skater Girl got really far.
Yeah, she
Placed
did.
well above her seed as well. Got that link.
Yeah,
Link
no.
Love? Yeah.
Link Love.
Nice,
saw-
dude. Nice.
I saw her playing against Jeb in friendlies,
Mm.
and Jeb was getting slapped up. Jeb won, but the first stock was looking a little rough, and I was like,
Yeah.
I really need to step up my link game.
That's true. That's true. There's a lot of there's a
Yeah.
lot of
There was a lot of links,
links. Yeah.
there. There was a lot
Yeah,
of links.
from
a
what it
lot
sounds
of
like.
DKs.
Yeah, I remember all of
DKs.
the above
Yeah.
was
Interesting.
saying that he plays links so
Uh,
much.
Chrome Kingfisher, was he there?
Chrome Kingfisher, actually, yes. Chrome Kingfisher is the number one reason why VA was not in top 8. I will say that for
Yeah.
sure. Chrome Kingfisher
I
had
played-
a slew of wins against
Yeah.
all of our favorite VA boys.
who
and I
does-
love Chrome.
Who does he play in Ultimate?
DK.
Still DK?
Yeah.
I played him in
He's still on
4.
that DK life.
Yeah, I played him in
mean,
4.
I mean, if we want to talk about some gatekeepers, Sci-Fi was kind of popping off on.
Sci-Fi was popping off.
Yeah.
popping off on Tidor.
He
Oh,
was.
He
let's
was
go. On
giving-
Tidor?
He was giving them the work. I think.
I mean,
I think he
yeah.
had 3 of their players back to back, and
wow.
he lost to one of them. But
Yep, and then he
Wow.
got of course then he gets targeted by them. Of course, then they're like, "Oh, we gotta
Yeah.
get in Sci-Fire's
Yeah,
head."
God forbid the infamous scary Tidor comes after you. Got to watch out for
I
that.
mean, yeah, for
It's a-
sure.
it's a
They're-
terrifying name.
The Goon Squad coming in hot. Like
Yeah,
it'd
yeah.
be real over there.
Yeah, Tidor, watch your
Yeah.
back for Tidor.
It's true.
yeah, we'll talk about that more later.
But yeah, so
Sorry.
that was really good. I mean, Gold, obviously Gold from UMD, and D3 Will also from UMD. Those are both really good players. D3 with the DDD.
Hey, yeah,
Living up to
D3
his
makes
name.
sense. Very
Yeah.
nice.
And-
And I see very, very, very few DDD, so that's nice to see the representation there.
True.
Into top 8 for sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to point out the fact. So like we've been covering the top 8s for Xanadu for a while. Schnigley, who's been on the up and up, nowhere to be found. Nowhere to
no,
be
you're
found in
right.
this top 8.
You're right.
So like that just shows
Right.
all the hidden bosses for the region just came out the cut.
And I think it's also
Yeah.
bracket. I think it really makes a big difference in a big tournament like this because some of
Yeah,
your normal bracket
250.
demons you might not face.
278.
His bracket demons,
256.
if you would look at
278. Yeah.
Wow.
at the
okay.
way that the 278 was for doubles.
Oh,
Singles
with
was
it?
capped at 256.
Oh, gotcha.
His bracket demons, like with his placement prior, you would think his bracket demons would only be the PR players
Yeah,
because he was getting just outside of like ZD, Dexter,
that is
stuff
true.
like that.
But he also only plays MD people.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of MD people came out. Like I said, Pre-Cooked Bread brought out his homies. He was like, yeah, he brought in all the PR from his
Yeah.
region and 20 more people.
Wow.
Jesus.
So as you're saying,
Christ.
hidden bosses, people that
Brought the
all
whole
coming
bus.
together for
Yeah,
this.
for real.
I
That's
mean,
what I'm saying. He's
boosting
the
that
dude.
256.
He brought them out, and then literally anytime any of them were playing, he was there. He was
Hyping.
behind their back,
Yeah.
hyping them up.
That's what the smash. That's what
Wow.
the smash scene needs, man.
Get you a
And
hype
not-
man like pre-cooked bread.
not get-
Honestly, get you some
Yeah.
pre-cooked bread.
Yeah. That's what the Smash scene needs. I mean, definitely more support, right? People coming through, supporting each other.
Positive support.
Not digging into toxicity at all, but yeah, for sure, definitely needs a positivity. We had some people come to the cave, had just wandered in, and it's always best to just be nice to people, man, right? I mean, like everybody's, doesn't
yeah,
know
for sure,
somebody
for
when they
sure.
come. And
Yeah, you
so,
gotta be welcoming to the scene. That's how it grows.
yeah,
That's it.
For sure.
100%.
But yeah, so other players that did really well, exceeding their seed. Lennox, aka Len, right? Len.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
the GMU boy.
Yeah, the GMU boy. Obviously,
Nice.
someone who I don't know if it was Sig or Len who won the last Arcadian and the one in Smash 4.
I have no
One
clue.
of them did. They're usually like the ones who this time we're not seeded to win,
Mhm.
but usually are expected to win by the rest of the players. They're always
Mhm.
like, if anyone always asks like, oh, who's gonna win the Arcadian? They're like, I don't know, Sig or Len or something like that.
So one of those players that just has such good name recognition and that people know
sure.
has solid skill. You would just throw it out when you first think of somebody
right,
to win.
and they've been on the
Yeah.
college grind and everything, so it's like they haven't been to any caves. Well, they've been to some caves, but
Len?
Right.
Well, one of them has.
I was about to say Len.
Sig or Len.
Len's been. I've seen him a decent amount through the lifespan of Ultimate.
Yeah, every once in a while, but it's like not enough to. It's like we're still not seeing like the top 8s. Right?
So
It's
he's
like
not putting in
still
results. So he's
still-
going, but not putting up results.
Right.
I'll
Okay.
vouch for him in the GMU side. So he
Okay.
enters
For
in the
sure.
GMU
And Bremer
bracket.
setups, absolutely, he does super well.
Yeah.
I think this past week, I think he was either top 3 or something like that, or maybe it was Sig. I don't know.
think
They're
so.
twins.
But good, but name
Oh,
recognition.
twins.
Name
He
recognition.
he was
though,
third.
For sure.
It was third. Rags and Name actually had taken that.
That's right. Name
for the
had
most
beaten.
ring more so.
Yeah, I mean, and more to his point here, we're seeing him place 9th at a
Yeah,
256 person bracket. That
Yeah,
is
for sure.
that is
Correct,
credible. So
correct.
whatever he's doing, if he's going to the cave, not going to the cave, placing I, not placing I, he's putting in the work when it comes
Yeah, for sure.
comes
And he-
down to the big boys, the big leagues.
Right, and he
Or-
only lost to a DDD and Skaya, who won. So.
Yeah, right. That's incredible.
Also, shout out to the boy Decorn.
Decorn.
I'm
Decorn.
really
Decorn
not-
is a homie.
All right. Okay.
I'm
I
really
love
not
me
a
some
huge
Decorn.
fan of Yoshi, but like I said, if they the homie,
Yeah,
Decorn,
yeah.
I'm serious.
Decorn, Decorn
Yoshi
is always
mains-
happy.
So
Yeah.
almost all Yoshi mains are really, really, really good people.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
it's crazy.
It's
Like
just, I think it's just Yoshi. Yoshi looks so
He's
happy,
so happy.
and
Yeah.
obnoxious. How happy
It's
he looks
infectious.
for what he's doing to you is obnoxious. That
Right.
makes you mad.
We got a man
That is
destroying his children by throwing them at
he's
you.
like a squeaky toy and he beats the hell out of you. You're like, why is this happening?
My dog chews on you. Why are
Yeah.
you hitting me?
This man's carrying around Mario for his whole
I was
career.
like, oh god,
Right?
get off of me.
Right?
Yep.
He has done nothing. He has not done much solo. Like we had the one game in 64.
yeah, right. Yoshi's,
And then we've got
yeah,
Epic
mhm.
Yarn.
Yeah,
Not
he's,
Yeah,
he's had a few.
whatever.
He's had a few, yeah.
But he's also
he doesn't
in
get the
cameos.
spotlight.
He's got the cameos. He's in Mario Kart. He's
Yeah,
in
but
Mario
when you
Party.
get
He's in all the
Yeah.
other
you get
ones.
no real clout.
Right, he's on the side. He's just been
Apparently, if
containing
you're
all
Waluigi,
that
that is
potential
true.
to throw it into Smash.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
when cameo wise, you get put in the backpack. You're like they're cool.
You're
but
there
they're
for the
back.
face. You're there for
but
the
then
face.
there's also
yeah.
like you're putting baby Mario in the backpack. You carrying that duo,
Yeah, right.
literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Yoshi put in his time. Yoshi raised that little
but you
plumber.
but you see Baby Mario and you're like, oh, Baby Mario, that's adorable. That's what happens. That it's overshadowed.
Right,
The
right,
whole
right.
thing is
You lose
overshadowed
it.
because
You
you're
lose
like,
it.
oh, Baby Mario's so adorable.
But then he gets
Yeah,
in the
they
bubble
forget
and
about
starts
Yoshi.
crying.
They forget about Yoshi.
And
Starts crying obnoxiously, and then Yoshi's like, "Oh, I gotta deal with this.
Can't
again.
do it. Yeah. Second time. Come on.
God,
But
Nice.
see Yoshi again. Yoshi never says anything. He's just like, let me go get the kid.
Just does his job. Does his work, man.
exactly.
Yo, you
Exactly.
trying to catch some stars?
Yoshi
Hey, let's
put in
go.
the work. Yoshi deserves his time.
You need
in
a
the spotlight.
babysitter.
Yep.
Yoshi.
Yeah, you trying to travel? I got you.
For sure. But shout out to Decorn. Decorn is absolutely a real one.
Amazing Yoshi player. Very nice.
He had
Very
a
nice. Placing
super
ninth.
hype set with the man, PCB.
Yeah,
PCB.
did he? Oh,
The
okay.
man.
And he went Simon, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So PCB didn't change.
I wonder how that
He
would
was
look.
solo Simon.
Yeah. So
Cool.
the
Good stuff.
so actually one thing that the
Yoshi
commentators
super armor on the jump. I'm trying to picture that matchup now.
yeah so
Multi
he-
hits.
Yeah, multi hits.
The Nair.
Yep, the fire. Yeah.
No, so he was actually like PCB's zoning was ridiculous. So he really couldn't get towards him or get too close without getting hit by an axe or something.
And
He was-
using double jump is very committal.
Yeah, and he was doing really good with stuffing out some of the zones with egg. So it were still very close matches. Like the moment that PCB got touched at Battlefield, we were all just like, he's dead. Like
He's got that inch. He's going the mile.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
Fair enough.
and exact like the moment that he touched him, he was just like, oh god,
Yep.
oh god.
You done.
Stop hitting him,
You
please.
done.
Oh no,
Mhm.
he's dead off the top.
Yeah.
He missed. All right, let's go. PCB back in
Let's
it.
go PCB
Nice,
alive,
nice.
living.
So,
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, like, I'm trying to think. I wish we could see seeding, but
Yeah.
there was so many players that
seeds?
just like
yeah. So the
Yeah.
seeds was
like back and forth.
People
honestly
get
it's
caught
not
up.
even worth looking at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Because
Because we saw so different here.
because of how the top 8 ended. Like, I don't know where generic was placed, but I know it wasn't in top 8. I
Yeah.
do believe no tag was placed in the top 4. So he
Wow.
showed
yeah. Like I
up.
said, no tag was expected. To
Yeah,
do
he
well.
showed up and showed out. Pre-cooked bread. He was in the hundreds, if not the 200s, when I
Yeah,
talked
definitely
about
definitely
seeding.
triple digits for
So,
sure
like,
in the
yeah.
seeding. So.
That's insane. Yeah. Placing
Exactly.
fifth.
That would be like if you got like fifth.
Yeah.
It'd be
I
like, yeah,
think I
that's
was seated
huge.
higher than him.
Yeah.
Oh, were you really?
I think so.
Wow.
No way, man. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
97, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I was seated higher than
Let's go.
I was seated higher than Kawa too. And we know Kawa, and Kawa
You're
Kawa
super
would-
good.
Kawa
Yeah, I've seen him
dunks
play.
people in
I was
Yeah.
about to say Kawa would body me. so But
Yeah.
like at the same time, you got to give the TO credit. Like this, you see a bunch of people signed up, but they're randoms.
Right.
You don't know
right.
them. You know who you know from,
Right.
and like
You see the
they're in
faces.
Maryland.
Yeah.
You see the Maryland names. You can seed them accurately because you know their skill level.
Right. But you don't really know.
I've legitimately been to Xanadu once before the Arcadian. So
yeah, me
like,
too. Me too.
Who is this kid?
Right. Yeah. So it's a
You
little
get
bit more open.
who is
You
for
get a
this?
193.
yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
So,
Yeah.
all right, Nerf.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, the Arcadian is always a time for players to kind of shine brighter than they normally can.
Yeah.
Right, so it gives them an opportunity to kind of make a name for themselves. Obviously, they're not going for the PR wins because there's no PR wins to be had. But there are things that will set you up to potentially become PR.
Yeah, it's a
in
statement.
the future.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly.
A lot of people were expecting Name to do really well.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it wasn't in the cards for him this time.
We're,
I was really hoping that he was going to make top 8.
yeah. What
I-
placing did we see for name, Nerf?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
There
Oh,
was
wow.
honestly quite
Gotcha.
a bit of upsets.
Wow.
Yeah, lots of upsets.
Well, yeah. So as you were saying, I mean, we got the 256, we got the hidden bosses, we got people who were seeded really well that didn't.
And we
end up
also have
placing
people who
so
don't
high.
know matchup experience. There's still so much matchup experience that people are missing.
Mhm.
Even Jerry tweeted out about how the fact that he didn't get to have enough Game & Watch experience in the later parts of bracket hurt him when he went up against Disgaea.
It also hurt him against Generic.
Right.
So
Yeah.
he had, his
Generic went to Game & Watch.
no, he played Young Link, but
Okay.
Jerry didn't know. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Gotcha.
Generic was like, "Oh, cool, you don't know this? Bet.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
run in there
Yeah,
real
yeah,
quick."
yeah.
Go in and do my thing and be
Yeah.
like get some combos that like a lot of people who know the matchup would not let you have.
Yeah.
Right.
And so
That's a good point.
it wasn't. I don't even think it was the combos per se, because once you get hit by Young Link, it's pretty much like, oh, I got hit. Well, gotta
50.
eat this.
Yeah.
But it was just like in the zones, in the bomb arrows, in the other options he has, he's just not used to it, so he doesn't really know.
Yeah.
Given Jerry still did pretty well,
For sure.
just Generic was
Yeah.
able to. Generic's seen plenty of jokers.
Yeah,
It's not a question mark, especially with Rags.
That's a
Rags
tough
playing joker.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
a tough part about playing characters that are either top
There's a
tier
lot of
or
jokers
that
in the
everybody
cave.
plays.
Oh.
You just get that matchup
With
experience.
that being said, I actually one of my wins was solely for the fact of matchup knowledge.
Oh, let's go.
So I managed
Works.
to beat a wolf with Link
Hey.
Nice.
strictly because he didn't reflect a single one of my projectiles. In the moment that I noticed that he wasn't going to reflect
You
one,
You
felt-
started
you felt
throwing
in the
them more
groove.
off.
Yep.
I was like, oh, bet. Boomerang, you're
jump
not
in
gonna
your
pop
pocket,
back?
man.
Let's go.
Mhm,
Let's go.
mhm.
I killed him off the side with bomb at least 3 of his stocks. Like
Yeah.
that the moment that you throw it reflector, the explosion actually doesn't hurt you if you reflect the hit of the bomb.
Yeah. So you
So-
saw that he wasn't doing that, and you immediately knew that you. Yeah. That's a good
crazy.
feeling.
So yeah, you were
Yeah.
just dumping in your pockets like you were going through
that's-
TSA pre-check.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the same thing with me for cargo down throw off stage. If I don't see the match, I'm like, all right.
I
If
honestly,
I don't see that yellow flashing, I'm like, okay.
I even switched to Lucina.
Oh,
in
okay.
game 2.
Yeah.
All right.
I beat him game 1 with Link, but Lucina, game 2, he had the pick and he went to platforms, and I was like, nah.
Okay, fair enough.
Good
So-
pick, bro.
Yeah. So I was like,
Dang, that's my least favorite stage. Why'd you go there?
Yeah. He went to Yoshi's, and I was like, the
Yeah,
the play- the
Yoshi's.
slam- the slam
Yeah,
and
I
the-
could see
yeah.
Battlefield be like,
All the-
all right,
all-
maybe, but
all the coverage at Link's
yeah,
Yoshi.
Yoshi's is
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
dump.
he won game 3. I was like, cool. I'm switching back to Link, but like FD.
Yeah.
So-
yeah,
Mix
so-
it up. Yeah.
I'm
Got
going
him.
FD. If
Nice.
I'm going to win with Link, it's going to be all the optimal
Yeah, he
situations
did not ban
of the
FD
stage.
in the first mistake.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, 'cause
well, something to learn.
I told him. So we talked in between the match, and I was like, "Yo, I hate that. I hate that matchup." I was like, "I'm happy that I won the first one with Link, but I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
I hate that matchup."
Yeah.
I
And
feel
then-
that.
Yeah.
And that's like halfway through that match, I started to like. I was thinking back to the first one. I was like, he really didn't stop any of my projectiles, and like, maybe I can capitalize on it. I tried Lucina. It did not work. I think he two-stocked me. So I was like, all right, well,
Yeah.
I won with Link, so let's see if I can recreate that. I know it's difficult, but maybe I can. So that actually got me my first
Yeah.
dub.
The projectile's helping you out a ton. With Lucina, you got to go in a little bit more, commit a
Yeah.
little bit more.
Yeah.
Projectiles you can keep out. If he's not reflecting that, that's just
Exactly.
bonus points
And
for you.
Wolf's range,
Yeah,
is-
down smash.
not even down. So his
All of
F
it.
tilt,
Oh, I know all of it's good, but yeah, when you said range, I
No,
immediately
he's
thought
like a
down
sword
smash.
character.
his F tilt
Yeah,
outranged
yeah,
my
good
F
point.
tilt as a Link.
Really?
Yeah.
with the master
Yeah,
sword?
so literally me F tilting,
Big claw.
slamming it down on the ground. He was at like max distance, so his toe was right where the blade was.
right. You gave him a toenail
And
cut. Yeah.
he F tilted me and reached.
We
And I was
get
like,
out of here.
I'm
was
serious.
like,
Like,
what
yeah,
is
the wolf
happening?
disjoints are absolutely real.
Wow.
His F tilt is insane. I was just
That's
like, what
nuts.
do I do?
It's got kill
Yeah.
I
power.
was like, I'm gonna just not approach, and he was like, I will. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
please do.
it like high profiles. It,
You
it
don't
catches
say.
people from long range. It has so much kill power.
Mm.
It catches you at ledge. Like
Yeah.
it's just
It's so good. A lot of disjoints you're saying there.
Yeah, it's like a really quick one-sided down smash.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
claws, man.
Yeah, it's
There's a reason he
insane.
hasn't trimmed those.
Exactly.
It's insane.
You know, he knows what's
Yeah.
up.
Very nice.
But yeah, so what other hype sets did you see?
Trying to think. Pre-cooked bread. His sets were all pretty hype.
I don't even know, but homie of the stream now.
I didn't get to see generic versus Ben. I really wish I would have.
Yeah.
Generic sets were pretty gross. He played against Gold, if I do remember correctly. The Greninja player.
Yeah.
The last stock for game, whatever the final game to end out the set was, Gold went off real deep to cover generic getting back,
Okay.
and instead of generic, and he missed, and instead of generic, just like, all right, cool, I can go back to stage, reset neutral. Generic was already up a stock, so instead generic was already facing outward, so you just double jumped or used his second jump and fared him at the bottom of the screen and killed him. I was like, that's so rude.
Dang, man, you gotta do him like that.
But like, you gotta know.
You gotta put it out there.
You're up. You're down a
Gotta let his
stock.
family know too.
You gotta let
back
his
in a
kid,
body
you
bag.
gotta let his kids know, man.
Yeah, I mean, but that's one thing that you've gotta. I was talking to Cordy a bit about it too, and when you're losing, it's okay to be scared, but you can't play scared.
That's smart.
That's an amazing
So
thing to
That's
say.
a good piece of advice.
for
Right.
Gold, he wasn't playing scared. He went for that, but he's Greninja and he's Young Link. He really doesn't have that as an option. Like, he's digging for that kill, but that's not a viable kill. You should have sat there, charged up Shuriken. Like, you need to know whether you're going to ledge trap or go off stage for it.
And going off stage, without a disjoint and without a hitbox on your FB, it's risky.
Makes sense that Cordy would tell you that because he's always saying that's fine. I love Cordy, man. He's one of the first few people I met when I first started going to the cave, and he's always like that's fine, like mid game. Like I like donkey like giant punch him and he'd be like that's fine. I'm like, dang bro, you okay with it all? Like
Yeah, I actually talked to him.
An amazing Lucario player. I'm actually not sure if he's still rocking the Lucario, but
He doesn't
still
play
is.
anyone else.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
lied.
what's
I
up.
lied. I lied.
Yeah.
In his friendlies, he'll play Hero and Plant.
Plant, yeah. he's
oh
got the
yeah,
pure
Plant actually,
Plant.
yeah, Plant. I remember playing this
Yeah.
Plant. Yeah,
But
No
no,
shit to
so
Plant.
I actually talked to Cordy quite a bit. Cordy is very methodical, and I talked to him, and I was like,
reminds me of Mewtwo King a lot.
Yeah.
actually.
even when I talked to him, I was like,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I was like, you're probably the most disheartening loss in general, not because of your skill level, because we know your skill level's up there, but literally just because like you're just like, yeah, that's fine.
So
Yeah,
deadpan.
And I was like,
He
no matter
doesn't
what
show
happens,
any emotion.
Right. Yeah.
Completely unemotional.
Totally okay with that. Yeah.
And like I got to talk to him more, and he's just a cool dude. He's like, yeah, like everything, he knows everything. So as far as like if he dies to something, he's like, yeah, like
Yeah.
that's
I
fair.
knew
That's-
that
that's
would
amazing.
happen.
No,
like I knew
that's-
that would happen.
That's kind of how you have
Like,
to
that's
be.
the right percent.
Exactly.
That's the right angle.
I mean-
That's the right space. It's like
Yeah.
everything.
So many times in sets I'll do the same thing too, right? Like I'm playing, and if it's really intense, really like over the top, and I like feel like the nerves setting in, I'll try to like calm myself down because I know that if I play like that, I play not as good. My hands get a little stiff, clammy.
Yeah.
So mentality and playing like doing the Cordy, man. That's what
Yeah, I mean,
you
that's the
got to do the Cordy.
Right. Cordy is like he's an optimal player.
Absolutely.
Oh,
He will
okay, yeah.
always go for the optimal, and he does
Right.
not like to deviate from that.
Not a
So
lot of
players-
creativity in terms of
Right.
like
I mean,
free form.
right.
Yes,
And
yeah, sure.
what he struggles with sometimes are players who are more emotional, who do go for
Weird stuff.
that
Jank.
he's not expecting.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's how Strix beat him this past week.
Yeah, could be. I've taken a few games off of Cordy as well. And that's
then-
exactly
Show the class,
how
show,
I
show the
play.
rest of the class.
Well, I have to cover this up because I used it. I was gonna take notes in a class, but I didn't.
Oh, notebook.
But
Cool.
That's good. taking some.
As the
notes.
famous
That's
Max
Oh.
Ketchum once said, he went to college and the only thing he learned was that Smash was life.
and,
Oh,
and the
God.
upside to being on the podcast is that I can brag about myself. So the only other
Let's go.
hype thing that I saw, that actually all the above was told people I popped off.
Yeah.
And I guess I did.
You
but,
did, yeah.
You did.
Oh, let's go.
And-
He did.
In my
So,
last
yeah, let's go.
set, I played, or the last set that I had won, I played a PT, and he actually died a lot sooner than we both thought.
Uh-huh.
So I threw a boomerang. He jumped over it playing a Squirtle, did his side B. I actually caught his side B with a fully charged arrow in the air.
Mm-hmm.
The boomerang came back, clipped him while he was still in the air, and I dashed up and I F smashed him, killed him off the top at
Let's go.
70.
Right, because he was a little bit raised. So when you hit,
Good
yeah,
stuff.
let's go. Very nice.
Good stuff.
And you looked at each other like,
Yeah, no, he
you gotta
went
act
up-
like you knew. You'd be like, yeah, bro.
No,
come on.
he flew off the top and he died, and we both just looked at each other like, oh,
I guess that's the thing.
that kills?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Good
yeah,
games, dog.
yeah. GG's, bro.
All right.
Get the fist bump. Get out of there.
But
yeah, you're right.
Moving on to the next portion. So, for you guys, I went after I got slapped up. I stayed there almost the entirety of the Arcadian,
Yeah.
and I talked to the PR players who obviously weren't allowed to play in the singles, but I went and talked to those who were there to get their opinions on some things. So, for you guys, I came and brought that back. I actually got it.
Ooh.
I even got one
the
from
Grail.
So I got 8 PR players. I got 1 non-MDVA PR. So
Yeah.
I got pre-cooked bread, and
Mhm.
I also got Raffle Fox.
Nice.
So he's
Cool.
he's a TO. So
yeah, he's a TO there.
he's,
Yep.
he's seen
He's
a lot.
TO, yeah.
He's
And
seen
he's
a lot.
He seeded the tournament. He knows what he's doing.
He has good knowledge
Very
of
experienced.
games in general. So like he can, with the questions that I asked, it felt like it was fitting.
Yeah.
So
The Grail,
Yeah.
man.
all right, so we'll just go down the list, and then feel free to
Go for it.
interject at any
I feel
point.
like I should have a notebook. I need a pen and write this down. Go ahead.
All right, so the first one that I asked was pre-cooked bread. The first question that I asked was, what is their current opinion of the meta? So for pre-cooked bread, he said that it was still young. There's still a lot to be learned. He's excited to see where it could go, and he wants people to explore it more.
Okay.
I asked what he would like to see in the meta going on into the future, and he said, I don't know. I like how it is now.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
I agree with that.
Okay. I feel like that's gonna be probably a prevailing notion.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
Yeah,
people-
I would agree too.
A lot less than you would think.
Okay. I guess so. When you're at the top level, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Most underrated character? He said Bowser Jr.
I
Oh.
totally agree. I actually had a conversation. I unfortunately forget who it was with, but like somebody who we are having that conversation, I was like, yeah, I agree. I think Bowser Jr. is
I'm a little
underrated.
surprised by that actually.
Well, he's heavier. He's got the speed. He's got the setups.
got
He's
the
got
combos.
moves that are safe on shield,
Yeah.
like
If
the
you
down
get-
air to jab.
If you get hit at like 0 by the cart just driving, that's a free like 60%.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
I mean, the heft and the speed are just like the big things. That with some of the projectile setups he has, the safe on
He
shield
can
things.
camp you.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I definitely would like to see more representation.
That
Tweak,
is true.
tweak. Let's go.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I definitely have. I tried to pick up Bowser Jr. for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I feel like he has a couple tools that are really good. Like you
I
said,
could
but
totally see you being a Bowser Jr. player.
I don't know. I
You
talked
didn't
to
like him?
Strix because Strix played Bowser Jr. in 4, and she was just like, yeah, he just doesn't feel right. There's just something different about him. Obviously, if you hit him in the head, he takes more damage than if you hit him on the cart.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting. So it's kind of there are certain characters that just dump on him because of that. Like they have like high profile moves.
Sure.
It's like ZSS for example can hit him in the head almost every time. So
Yeah,
it's like,
with
it's
hitboxes
tough.
that come down.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good point.
Most overrated character. He said Joker.
Okay.
He actually
Very
lost to a
interesting.
Joker.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously not overrated if he loses to it, but I mean, I guess
But-
that's
Okay, no.
He wrote this before
You know what?
he had that match.
You know
exactly
what?
right. Exactly.
I'm going to go through this whole list, and then we can talk on it.
All right.
Alright,
All right.
because
Go ahead.
You're actually probably going to be a little bit tilted by this. So,
Cool.
most overrated was Joker. And then I asked all of them what was one tip that they wanted to give someone of lower skill level or just starting out who wants to become
Good.
that PR player, that person that people
Good
look up
question.
to.
That's a good question.
So I was like, what's one piece of advice you would give them? Pre-cooked bread, fight better players, and be confident.
So
Simple enough.
Totally agree.
He was like,
Wholeheartedly.
and after that, I looked at him and I laughed, and he was like, I know it's hard to keep that mentality. I know it is, but the moment that you can and the moment that you play better players, even if you're losing and you're staying confident, that confidence, one, you'll keep a good mentality the entire time, and literally just being confident will mess with people. So I told Cordy, what
I
pre-cooked bread told me,
wholeheartedly
and
agree.
Cordy was like, yeah. He was like, there's so much stuff that people let me get away with that I shouldn't, just because they view me as a better player or they see me as confident. Like the fact that he doesn't
So
crack
true.
under pressure scares people in and of the game itself.
Wow,
That's
that
good.
is an excellent point. I hope you guys that watching this caught that and wrote that down and remember that. I could not agree more with that mentality.
Hey man,
For sure.
there's
No, that
9
makes sense.
more good ones.
Let's go.
All right.
All right.
So next up, I asked File.
Okay.
So the same 5. What's your current opinion, or what's your opinion of the current meta? File said the characters are fine, but the gameplay is defensive, which inherently it is, but that's fine.
I agree.
Also true.
Yeah, I agree.
I asked him what he would like to see from the progressing meta, in his personal opinion. He just wants aerials to have more landing lag. He feels like some of the aerials, like with Wolf and stuff like that, like they don't have lag. And
Sure.
at that point, when they
I know.
when they do that on your shield, it puts them into a 50-50 situation instead of them being put into a situation for doing an aggressive option and getting punished for it.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Being a fellow heavy mate, real quick, sorry. Being a fellow heavy guy, File, totally agree with you, man. Yeah.
So I said most underrated character. He said Luigi and DDD. So
Get out of here.
DDD. DDD.
I'll agree with
DDD, I do not agree with.
Luigi, I agree with.
Luigi, I know he's got a 0 to death. I mean, I've seen.
I'll
some crazy
wholeheartedly
stuff,
agree with both of them. So
yeah.
once you
DDD,
get into the top players, so not even the top players, I play against the owner of the cave, and a lot of people would agree he's just like oddly nice in weird areas. And his DDD, he knows the Gordo trick. So the moment that you get the Gordo tricks, you immediately just jump in skill level, or you break past that next barrier because the Gordo does so much. You can slam the Gordo on ledge. How do they get back now? If there's somebody that needs to slap to ledge, they just get hit.
I don't really have that problem.
Yeah.
I don't really have that problem, actually.
Yeah.
I think Pac-Man actually, I'm probably a little bit blessed to actually have, because I think DDD.
Real fast, I'm a little sketch on the D, but I could see it. I could see it. Maybe our boy D3 will.
I've gotten slapped up.
Our boy D3 will place in 7.
That's true. Obviously,
Exactly.
DDD
Maybe we might be
really
missing
far in
something.
bracket.
Exactly.
Obviously, that's good.
That's true.
Exactly.
Might miss
Obviously
something.
true.
All right.
And then I got slapped. I've been slapped up by boss enough times with his Luigi. Thank you. To know that Luigi is a menace to society.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Luigi's pretty good.
All right.
Dang. Yeah.
And then File, most overrated character, Wolf and Palu.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Palutena?
Yep.
Palutena.
Don't do it.
Overrated,
Don't
though?
do it.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Okay, go ahead.
Not yet.
Well,
All
I
right,
see
okay.
Wolf overrated.
I know. We gotta hold on.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
We're
right.
Nerf and I right now, guys, are chomping at the bit to just.
We'll come
begin.
back
Go
to
ahead.
it. All right. And then his piece of advice: figure out why you are getting hit, not how you're getting your hits. So he said the moment that you can figure out why you're getting hit and avoid that, the hits will come.
Mhm.
So if you're not getting hit, inherently you get more opportunities to hit.
That's
Yeah.
deep, man.
So instead of focusing on the combos, because we all know the combos, we love the combos, we know how to do them.
Those are true. Some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we know the combos, there's no point in keep continually labbing them if you've already got them in muscle memory.
And
So
that
true.
and that
Figure
goes,
out why you're getting
So
hit.
true.
it goes back to what he was saying about the defensive play. Obviously, it's like he's expecting us to depend on whiff punishing,
Yeah.
right? Which is the point.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the defensive play.
Yeah.
Okay. I also got the homie Fast Cree was there.
Oh,
Nice.
so fast, Cree.
Mm-hmm.
Fast grade on the PR panel.
Why or how is what's your opinion of the current meta? He said it's fine for now. It's becoming a more bait and punish game, in his opinion, which is fair.
I can see that. Kind of goes a
Sounds
little hand in hand
familiar.
with the defensive.
Exactly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What would he like to see in the meta going forward? In his opinion, more aggressive. He said it's fun to watch and hype, and he
for sure.
thinks
100%.
he thinks in this game, out of shield is very good. So he thinks in melee it was trash, and in Smash 4 it was entirely OP. So he thinks
So
with
true.
this one they've done it right.
Yep.
And
They found the middle ground.
Okay.
I've dabbled in melee, nothing competitive, but I dabbled in melee and I've played for fun, and I can completely wholeheartedly agree with that.
Yeah,
would
I
agree with that as
wholeheartedly
well.
agree as well.
For sure.
Yep, for sure.
Most underrated, Samus.
I agree with that. I get
wait,
bodied
overrated
so
or
hard.
underrated?
I get
Yes,
I get bodied
absolutely.
so hard by Samus.
Absolutely.
Bro, that up B out of shield is insane.
It
Absolutely,
is.
I think Samus. I think we've seen Quick from Europe. I mean, obviously,
The back air.
one of the
Oh,
best,
God.
one of the best Samus mains out there. There are enough out there that they
Yeah.
can make it
Exactly.
scary.
All right.
Most overrated was Pokemon Trainer and Fox, which is fine.
Okay, Fox, I can definitely see. Pokemon Trainer, I think deserves a little bit of the hype, just because it's a strong character. But that's
Interesting.
okay.
Okay,
That's
that's interesting. Interesting.
It's not, and we'll talk on it.
All right, let's go.
And then his opinion or his piece of advice to give to people: keep playing, grind everywhere that you can. He said whether it's online, whether it's not, whether it's homies, whether it's not, whether it's local or it's
keep
not,
playing.
just keep playing. He said for him, it always keeps the game fresh in his mind, and it helps him avoid getting rusty.
That's
Wow.
smart. Yeah.
All right.
This was an amazing idea, by the way. Just dude, this was brilliant. This was Matador. So I got him, Okay.
the homie.
Mm-hmm.
It's campy for the meta, it's campy.
Okay.
He's like,
See-
it's fine, but it's campy.
Seeing some consistency.
His opinion or how he would like to see it change in the future, he likes how it is now, so he's fine with it.
Okay.
Most underrated characters, Greninja and Shulk.
Agree with the
Okay.
Greninja
Yep.
all day.
For sure. Greninja totally underrated.
Oh my god.
Terribly underrated.
Most overrated character,
Criminally.
Joker.
Oh my god, that's two.
That's interesting because he
Alright,
says that
alright.
one of the underrated characters is Rag's character, and the overrated character is another
Ooh,
Rag's character.
interesting point.
And then his piece of advice is don't mash for no reason. So play smart. If
Yeah.
camp if you need to, and if it
God.
works,
Matt
and
are
that's
giving
what
me
you
the
need to
advice I
do.
need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Camping.
That's the advice I need, actually.
Raffle Fox. So this is when the opinions I thought started to get a bit more interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So his opinion of the current meta is that it was healthy.
Okay.
And there was no oversaturations of characters.
Yeah.
Which-
I
agree.
can see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. We're seeing a
Mhm.
lot more variety.
Exactly.
So true.
How he would like to see it in the future, he said less gatekeepers. So in his opinion, gatekeepers at a high level. So in his opinion, there are those mid-tier heroes, those fantastic players, but at the high level, they will not go as far as they can because of characters like Palu.
Palu, yeah, I was
Wolf.
going to say.
Yeah.
Palu Wolf.
Like they have situations where they'll just destroy that lower end of the cast because they
Yeah.
can't punish those
Mhm,
options.
mhm.
That's
That with those few options that they do have that they should be able to punish.
That's
right.
I agree.
His most underrated character was Greninja as well. His
Right.
most overrated character was Palu.
Wow. All right. So some real consistency there.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then
Nice.
he said, and then for his piece of advice was play whoever you want. So don't look at the tier list. Don't look at that. Play whoever you want and learn the game through that. So play, like, I find if I wanted to, I would play someone better tiered than Link. But I really enjoy Link. And
he means character
Yeah,
wise.
character
I thought you
wise.
meant play against whoever you want.
oh no, no, play whoever you
If you
want.
want to play
character-wise.
against, if you want to play against Tweak, man, play against Tweak. You know.
But play against whoever or play whoever you want and learn the game that way. So I was talking to some people earlier and I was like, I can't learn unless I'm playing Link.
yeah.
So like I can do this, do that, and I have my options that I want to play for as Link. And then the moment that they get around it, that's when I can start understanding that character better and create that flow chart.
Because you feel so comfortable with
So
that
Link
character.
Link is like a
Yeah.
lens for you to understand the game.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh, I didn't know
Dingus Joe.
that.
Dingus Joe, super cool, super
Yeah,
nice dude.
yeah,
yeah.
Awesome.
I've
All
heard
these
that
people
before.
super cool, but
Yeah.
they're the few
Always.
that I talked to, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow, you don't
You
know
are.
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Dingus Joe, one of those people. Dingus Joe, his current idea of the meta is just to be successful, you just have to have a really good punish game. That's all it is.
Okay.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. That's
Seems-
a part.
yeah.
That's a part of it.
He said that in the future he would like to just see people go in, just go
Yeah.
in. He's like he
More aggression. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, that's
He
another,
Take risks.
He said
Yeah.
he knows that it's not likely. He knows that we have a very defensive game, but if he could change one thing, he would want us to be more aggressive. So that's our boy Dingus Joe.
All right.
Most underrated.
As a Game
Link.
& Watch man, he would want
Most
that.
underrated Toon Link.
Mhm. He thinks
I
Toon Link is pretty fire, and I think
you know what I
Toon
agree
Link is
to.
pretty fire.
I do too.
That's
Most
interesting.
overrated, Joker.
Oh my god.
All right.
And then
Fair
his
enough.
opinion, and then his one piece of advice: play as much as you can, play as many people as you can. You learn the best through your own failure. So get your
Get your butt beat.
Can I say the A word?
You get your
All right.
butt beat.
Yeah, get your butt beat.
Get your butt beat.
His
Get your butt
exact
whacked.
words was "get your butt beat."
Get
Yeah.
your A double
butt
dollar
beat.
signs.
I mean, yeah, it
Yeah.
seems like similar to what Cree was saying.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
J Lim. Hey, shout out J Lim.
Shout out to Jalen. Jalen's a homie. I love Jalen.
His fit is fire. He had
Yeah.
like
That
he had
dude
like
got
a pink
drip.
hoodie. He had a pink hoodie on underneath
with
the
the
jean
bleach
jacket.
blonde hair.
What?
Like,
I was like,
man, yeah, I'm
Dang,
serious.
all right.
Jalen got
That's
the
like,
drip.
It's like a little bit of that 80s resurrection
drip
we're
god.
seeing like in 2019.
Yeah,
you know?
man, his clothes was fire.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Or 2018.
For sure,
2019.
for
So
sure.
his
Super cool
opinion of
guy.
the current meta, it is healthy,
Very
good
healthy.
variety. With he feels like the game is still really new and underdeveloped. So
I so agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
like
still
that.
getting surprised every time I watch Smash.
yeah.
For sure.
How he would like to see the current meta go is a bit more punished. So like certain things like Wolf landing,
Yeah.
having that, and like he wants just like certain things he feels like should be more punishable than they are.
Yeah.
Most underrated characters, he said Sonic and Mega Man, which I think is fair. Most overrated characters, Joker and Snake.
Yeah. I agree with the first one. Snake.
We'll talk more.
All right, okay. It's
his-
tough. It's so tough. It's so tough to not be like, wait a minute.
And then his
I
piece of
know.
advice was get used to your character, then learn what the other characters
Yep.
do. And he also said something oddly strange, but I can understand it.
Yeah.
He said when you're playing, don't watch your character, watch their character.
That I was gonna add that, dude. That is critical, like super important.
Yeah,
like
so
be
he said-
comfortable, because if you're doing that, you're comfortable with your character space.
Yeah,
you
you
know
don't-
what you're
yeah,
putting
you
out,
know what
and
your
if you
character's
know
doing.
if you're watching their
Exactly.
character, you can
Sure.
anticipate their moves, see what they're throwing
Exactly.
out.
I
Yeah.
never thought about
Exactly.
Yep.
So great
I
piece of
can. I
advice.
try to always remind myself to do that.
And then I talked to Hello.
Jeb?
Yep. So it talks
What
to
the
homie
heck?
His current idea of the meta is that it's healthy.
Yeah.
Still new. It's fresh, and he's liked the growth so far.
Yeah.
Good.
Mhm.
How would he like to see it in the future? He would like to see the aggressive play more explored. So he feels like the aggressive play in the game is just not as explored as it could be. So he wants to see that a bit more explored. Most underrated character he said was Game and Watch, and I guess with these results, that's fair because
Mm.
outside of Dingus Joe, we don't have much
Yeah,
Game and Watch
I think it's not going to
representation.
be underrated for much longer.
Most overrated, he said, was Snake.
Mhm.
And then he said for a good piece of advice from him was play people in your skill level or slightly above, and
Yeah.
then slowly get better.
He's given me that advice before.
He said don't jump too high. So he said if you play someone that's PR'd or someone like Wadi and something where you're just getting slapped, you're getting tilted, you're not actively learning. Like they can tell you what's wrong, but
Mhm.
you're still not learning anything.
Right.
It's more of you just being taught instead of learning yourself.
So true.
It helps your mentality stay fresh, stay good, and
Mhm,
keeps
mhm.
you in the game longer.
Yeah.
And then he says, learn neutral.
Yeah.
Learn neutral.
Yeah,
He
Yep.
said neutral is such a huge part of this game.
it is.
Once
That's
you learn neutral, everything else will
That's
follow.
integral to every Smash game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I met Desai. Desai is pretty dope.
Mhm.
Uh,
Shout out to Desai.
shout
I
out
never
to
met Desai, but I heard he's cool.
Mhm.
His first bit for the current meta, he said it's healthy, large variety in high tiers, no characters, OP. So he thinks everything's
Okay.
pretty solid.
Okay. I
Yeah.
can see that.
And
Yeah.
yeah, can't argue with that.
Yeah.
His view for the up and coming meta, he wants it to be a bit more aggressive, see some mechanic fixes to that to make it more aggressive, and he wants to see more implications of wave landing used in the game.
Oh, okay. Now that's cool. I love seeing wave landing. And
Yeah,
I've
I do
seen
too.
a couple of situations where it really does make a difference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like spacing
Another
wise,
movie
it's just
mix
so
up.
fun.
Just to get it out of the way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Most underrated character, he also said was Sonic,
Sonic. Wow.
and most overrated character he
Tell
said
me.
was Snake and Palu.
Dang, dude. Palutena.
So
Wow. Okay.
It's because
All right.
everyone's dropping Paulo. I'm just gonna say it. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah, okay.
everyone's
Put it
dropping
out. Put it out there.
Paulo.
Let them know,
Yes.
Nerf. Let them know.
and he
It's
said,
good. I'm glad.
Yeah, me
and
too.
his piece of advice
Explosive
was
lane.
understand things
Explosive
that take time. He said to get better as quickly as possible, you need to study the game, learn neutral. Oh, he said to learn his top 3 things that you need to learn are learn neutral, ledge trapping, edge guarding, and
That's
the
4.
neutral, ledge trapping, and edge guarding.
And
Well, those 3 things are the key.
oh, okay.
And then he said for the person to learn their character,
Oh, okay.
master their character.
Gotcha.
So like the fundamentals of the game.
Nerf.
Yeah, man, let me finish. He said learn your character and the matchups that
Yeah,
they have
yeah,
to
yeah.
deal with. So
Okay.
just
That's
I got you.
Dude, these are some real gems. Like, can I just throw that out there? Like,
bruh, I
damn.
know.
For
I was
sure.
talking to him and I was like,
Yeah, that's cool,
What is-
man.
what is
All right,
happening?
bro.
oh, we got one more. We got
Oh,
one
my
more,
bad,
one
my
more.
bad, bro.
So
My
we've
bad.
got. Did I do all these? Did I get to Raffle? Okay, I
Mhm.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dexter,
yeah.
right?
And the last one is Dexter.
Hey.
There he is. There's Dexter.
So-
Let's go.
Dexter, what was his current opinion of the meta? Said a health of variety. He enjoys the current play style, so
Mm.
he's fine with it. How would he like to see it in the future? He thinks it's in a good place, so he's fine without having any changes. Most underrated character, he said it was Cloud. Most overrated character, he said it was Pikachu.
Wow. Interesting. These guys know their stuff. You
And
know?
then
Hmm.
his bit of advice was go to your locals. Go to your locals. Go to your locals.
Get
go to your
involved.
locals.
Yep.
Get involved. Play. Get those matchups. You're not gonna get you like Fast Cree said to keep playing, but you still want to get the different situations outside of Wi-Fi,
That's
Yeah.
smart.
outside of this, that, and the other.
That's smart.
So I just want to touch on something really quick. So I noticed a trend with people saying mostly saying like they wish the game was more aggressive. And like at a few times we kind of like spoke on and said, yes, I wish it was more aggressive. And then someone had said,
I love hype.
Everybody loves hype. And then somebody at some point had mentioned that they wish aerials weren't so safe. And I think those two might go hand in hand together. I mean, if being aggressive gets punished with aerials that you don't get punished for, right?
I mean, if you, a shield,
right, exactly.
A shield that people also
then that immediately creates, I mean, that attitude of not wanting to push, just waiting for a bait and punish. So it seems like all of them kind of just putting that together. I mean, that's really, really profound for sure. I'd like to see some patch for that.
I will give you guys my take, and then you guys feel free to interject or anything like that.
Cool.
So the biggest thing that I learned that I thought was like pretty eye-opening to me is just like you guys, when I said Snake was overrated, Paulo was overrated, Wolf was overrated. When they told that to me, I was like, what? Yeah. And more recently in the past week, I've learned that these characters are problematic, but it's less of the character and more of the mindset of the skill level. So for us, these are problem characters, and when I face Apollo, I was like, well, I just can't even play Link. I get dumpstered.
I feel the same.
I played Link in bracket against a well-known Palu player there, and I took it down to last stock. This week leading up to the Arcadian, I'd practiced playing my character, not how I wanted to play, but how he is played effectively. So I like to play an aggro Link. I play a slower aggro Link, but Link is not an aggro character. He is a zoner.
So true.
So, and this week I focus on playing him as a zoner and capitalizing on the moments that he really excels in. And that is what got me wholeheartedly. That is the only reason why I didn't go O2. It's because I played my character how he's supposed to be played.
Yep.
And even with the characters, so I beat a Wolf. I took a Palu down to last stock. Beat a PT. Those are top tier characters, and I beat them with a mid tier character playing my game.
Playing your game.
So it's not me. It's not me outplaying them. It's not me. Well, I guess it is in a sense of me playing to my strengths.
Yeah.
So it's not that the character's busted. It's that we think the character's so good that we just decided as that.
Yeah.
And at these top levels, they're just like, yeah, the character's good. They all said Palu is a great character, but Palu has its punishes. So Palu Nair, unsafe. Yeah. Frame 9 frames of landing lag. Not long. So you get a punish, but you don't get anything major out of it. And it feels bad that you don't get anything major out of it, but you just got to acknowledge that and accept it. So they just have such big mindsets that it's just like, yes, the character is great. The character is fantastic, but it's overrated. You still get 1 to 2 punishes based off them doing an aerial. Just capitalize on that. It's difficult, yes, but that's why they're where they are. They do what's difficult, and they approach it with the right mindset.
Yeah. Nerf, what was your takeaway from hearing all those notes?
I mean, a lot of them are like, it's stuff that I know a lot of people don't want to hear, but it's like, it's absolutely like, it's, it's true. It's like you hate to say like, oh, I don't like that, but it's like, they're right. Like, it's absolutely right. Like, I mean, all this advice is like, you gotta, like you said, play your game, and it's like, you can't get bogged down in like how you think the matchup is supposed to go. It's like you get so caught up in your own head, your own mentality suffers, and then eventually you will just be like, well, now I've dug my own grave.
Yeah.
Right. So, for example, like, it's the same way. I'm the same way with Paolo. It's like literally like I'm ready. Like as soon as I see a Paolo, I'm ready to switch characters. But it's like that's so tough.
Right.
Because it's like I don't have the experience with my secondary that I have with Pac-Man. And it's like, and I know that I have more experience against Paolo as Pac-Man. And I know that I can use that effectively. But it's so easy to just default to go something else and be like, oh, I just don't want to do this anymore. Like, I understand the necessity to stick with it.
Yeah, and to that point too, I mean, players who are just new to Smash might have it a little bit easier than players who have been in Smash, who are already used to their ways and haven't started off on the right path of, as you were saying, learning how to, learning how to properly play the character the way they're meant to be played, and then adding your own flavor afterwards, which is something I did. So
like,
true.
Yeah.
Even
I lost to the Palu, but even in the game that I lost, from what I had learned, like I always thought Exploding Light was dumb. I thought Nair was dumb. Blah, blah, blah was dumb. In the match, I died to things that I knew that they had as an option, and I had just overthought by playing my game. So like I died to Exploding Flame.
Yeah.
But I know that was gonna happen. I know if I did that in that situation, that's what was gonna happen. So when he hit me with it, I was like, yeah, that's
Right.
That's,
Right.
That's what you should do in this situation.
Yeah, that's what you would do, and that's what I should respect. So it's just
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So wrapping up
Well,
the Best of 5 podcast, I want to thank everybody on behalf of everyone here for watching, hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, make sure to drop us a comment, tweet at us, reach out to us, let us know. Just thank you guys so much for watching. Any closing remarks, guys?
I mean, I hope everyone enjoyed the Arcadian. Remember, this was the Best of 5 podcast. I'm Nerf.
I am X.
I'm King Fuyoshi. Hope you guys had a good time and have a good day.
We'll see you next time.